Welcome everybody to the Room250 podcast.
One tiny pixel at a time.
We all have a Room 250. It's that room where creativity happens.
We're gonna start the
Fucking
episode.
do it live.
Welcome back everybody to the Room250 podcast, where creators sit down, have a conversation, and happy fucking New Year. We started a brand new damn season.
23 days later.
Right? Yeah, so welcome to the official kickoff of season 3 for the Room250 podcast. We're beyond excited to continue this venture of ours. We have so much in store this season. We had a great holiday weekend, and we've had some time off, and now we're like, hey guys, let's fucking jump back on it. So welcome back, and as always,
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
David Sly. David.
All right. Sorry. I had,
Wait, what?
did you guys not hear it? I was playing the music or the cheering.
You have to have it on live. Oh, man.
I'm like over here just cheering. I'm like here, and I'm like, yeah. But anyways, don't forget to follow us on social media. Yeah, I got to click on live. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Like our videos. Comment on our videos. It really helps our algorithm. And if you listen on Spotify, whoa, camera going crazy. If you listen on Spotify, please give us five stars, please. It really helps us out. There we go.
And for those viewers who are new to our channel, Room 250 is that room that we all go to and creativity happens. Yay! You guys are like, wait, what?
Good shit. Man, it's so awesome to be back. Honestly, I kind of felt I feel a little rusty, but
Big time, bro.
yeah, we'll get over that shit here very, very soon.
Yeah.
But welcome. All right. I mean, as we always kick off, what's everybody drinking?
Go, guys.
Well,
go.
I figured, man, this is going to really bother me, this jumping back and forth.
Okay, I'll start.
Do a little dance,
there
bro.
you go.
Do a little dance. There you go. Ooh.
While Sly figures out his camera, obviously we've got a little rusty taking a month off. For Christmas, I was actually given a Beers of the World box, which I thought was pretty cool. Go figure. My family knows that I like to drink alcohol, so I just went in the fridge. I just went in the fridge real quick and I grabbed one. So these are all bottles, and the first one is a lager beer, Chang. It's a classic beer from a product from Thailand. So here is.
Ooh, yeah, Chang is really good.
Yeah. I've never had it. At least I don't think I've had it. So there's the
Never had it.
the label, which it's pretty cool. But Thailand, they do elephant stuff, right? Obviously, but
Yeah.
tap is cool, label's cool, color's green. Like just bottle gives me like Heineken vibes on this stuff.
Yep.
So that's and the cap. Well, yeah, this ultra wide thing is where the cap is also.
I kind of like it.
So
It's kind of cool, bro.
Pretty cool. Good thing
Yeah,
I
I like
nails,
that.
right? Yeah. Let's see. Let's give it a taste.
Give it a little swish. Give it a swish.
Ah, he did it. He fucking did it.
No, I went afterwards.
Ah.
I didn't go like how your ass does. Yeah. Gives me like Heineken vibes. Honestly, not bad. It's like a nice smooth lager beer. Very, very Heineken.
Very nice. Okay.
Martin.
Okay. So I've had this beer for like a month or two sitting in the fridge because I wanted to showcase it. I went with Abel Baker.
Ooh, very nice.
Can't
Here's-
see it. Your face is.
Can you move it in front?
Right there.
There we go.
There we go.
Right there. All right.
Strawberry
Kiwi. And this way. Sour Creek Explosive Sour Series. I honestly didn't know it was a sour. I saw the can. It looked new, and I was like, hey, I want to showcase this. We'll see what it tastes like.
Ooh, good crack. And it's got the Room 250 colors on it, so you got to grab it.
Don't swish it. It's carbonated. Don't swish it.
Give it a little swish.
Delicious. It's not super sour. It's slightly sour. So for anybody who wants to kind of get into the sours, but they don't want like all that tart, I think this is a perfect introduction for sour beers. It's really good. Yeah.
Like, how many of those could you drink? Is that a one and done, or
It's the first one I've had, so I don't even know. We'll see.
But I'm saying, tasting it, you can't tell I could only have one of these. Like, no. Dessert beer, what kind of beer is it?
I've never had beer with dessert, but I kind of drink beer to get buzzed.
Like a sweeter beer. I'm saying, like, it's heavy. You know? Like,
it's not sweet.
Like that peanut butter beer you had a couple episodes back. You know, you can't fucking slam 6 of those. You know, it's like one and done.
Too heavy.
Kind of deals. Yeah.
I think, like, with this one, I would probably have like 2 or 3, and then I would probably get, because the sourness is starting to kick in. So the more you drink, the sourer it gets. So it's
what's the percentage on that?
I don't know, bro.
I mean, I'm not gonna be able to see.
Okay,
you're turning it so fast. You're gonna have to find it.
Yeah. Okay. It's too dark in my room to see them.
This is the kind of beer that, like, you're sitting at the fucking, like,
the beach
gambling. No, you're gambling. Oh, like, yeah. Hey, give me a chang. And, like, you just kind of sit there and, like, sip on that. So
yeah,
just so you guys know. Slide.
Nice.
Slide.
Yeah. Okay. So I got a twofer. I figured with our, episode coming back, we could do a shot, and I got this Gran Malo. This is a spicy tamarind.
Ooh, spicy tamarindo.
Nice. Yeah.
Spicy.
So it's got like a nice little shot glass on top, and then you open it up. So I'm going to do a shot first. I don't know if you guys want to pour one up. You can. You don't have to.
But unfortunately, I didn't get any.
Welcome back.
But I will have a big swig.
It would have been nice if you would have brought us some of that. To take a shot together of your tamarind alcohol, bro.
Well, Thanks I'm sorry, I didn't. I literally just cracked it open for this episode. So, and this brings it back. Also, this is like 13 years old. This is Tough Mudder.
Oh man,
nice.
So. Legion
Cheers,
status.
brothers.
Legion status.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bro.
A little history, little throwback on everyone listening and watching. When we were at Tropicana, we actually did our first Tough Mudder together as a team, and then a year later we did it again. And that's where we got our Legion status. I think I've done 3 or 2.
Yeah, I think you've done 3. I've done 2.
Yeah,
I've already done 1.
I think I've only done 2.
Here's a little advice for people that do Tough Mudder. If you want to like just rock through it, go like super easy mode, do some rock climbing. It was so easy the second time. The second time I did it was super easy. The first time, everything hurt afterwards. I was dying. My back hurt. My knees hurt. But when we were rock climbing, dude, it was like breeze. Am I wrong, guys, or am I wrong?
I was still sore. I mean, you're still running.
Yeah, I was definitely very sore.
You're crawling, and then
having done it one time, it was much easier. Knowing like the mental stuff that you have to go through.
I was able to do all the courses when I was rock climbing. Yeah. The first time I wasn't able to.
The only thing that sucks is when you have to slow down, because that's when you start cramping up. When you have to wait for people. That's the part that sucks, to be honest. Yeah. So you have to wait and be like,
yeah, because Pete, the first time was like all the way out there, and then we were like,
hey, I told you we're training. I was training.
We're going to come.
Yeah, I was training. I thought everybody was training. And we're all going to keep up, and that was not the case. You guys were like an hour.
Bro, we had a big-ass group, so it was, I think, in the end, we, like, separated, right? 2 groups separated, because one of them was faster.
In the first mile, we separated. Yeah, I remember that. So, anyways. All right, so on tonight's episode, this is going to be an evergreen topic that we will discuss within ourselves, and also too with future guests, and it's the Name Your Layers episode. So this is where we break down key art that's used throughout the world, throughout the U.S. Anything that's posters on design. For tonight, we're gonna break down the John Wick Experience at Area 15 here in Las Vegas. So I got my hands on the key art.
Nice.
And we're definitely gonna break that one down, see how many layers it took. We're gonna say, okay, how would we put that together, and then just start breaking it apart and build it from the ground up, and show you guys how someone at our level or at an experienced level puts a key artwork like this. So, and again, this is something we'll definitely do with future guests. Some artwork that they've done. And for them to share it, and we all learn from that part. So definitely excited for this one. Let me share my entire screen so we can look at the layers.
Hell yeah.
But, okay, let me see. I'm going to go full screen here. All right, here it is. Here is the key art for John Wick Experience. If you've never been to Area 15 or you're not familiar with what the hell is John Wick Experience, the John Wick Experience at Area 15 is pretty much like an escape room around the John Wick universe. That's what it is. At the very end, you get like cocktails. I think they have 2 bars in there. I've never been through it myself, but I know it's like a 45-minute experience. And then there's a bar at the very end where you could sit down, grab drinks, and just kind of chillax. They do have
we should do that.
They have 2 of the Mustangs that were used in the movie on property. They have one inside the main venue, and then they have one right outside the actual experience, outside the building. And then there's a little shop, obviously, at the end, a little souvenir shop where you can get one of these medallions here where they do the whole blood deal.
Oh, that's dope.
T-shirts, a bunch of other stuff. So definitely a really cool stuff. I've done like social media videos for them, but it looks really cool. And I know that's something that I probably should do since, I've done artwork for this. So, but here it is up close. Really cool, fine colors, nice and clean. Obviously there's textures. There's hidden stuff. I'm sure there's stuff that was handed to you by the studio. Very much on brand. See a lot of gradients here. So, I mean, just by looking at this, guys, what do you think so far at a first glance?
I love Art Deco, and this is very Art Deco, so it's like up my jam. I love how how some people hate outer glows, but here the way they use the outer glows are like super dope, and it goes with the whole Vegas vibe. Yeah, super cool.
No, I really like it.
Take you to put something like this together, Martin? Sorry, Sly.
Huh?
No, you're good.
How long do you think it would take you to put something like this together?
20 hours, give and take. Because I'm looking at all these like images. So the designer took a bunch of different images, and then I'm thinking like, if it's at this level, he might have done a photo shoot with those chips, maybe. And then
certain assets are handed to you also from the studio. So, that's also one thing you keep in mind. You're not going to be like rendering out or compositing all these things, or photographing them yourselves. The studio will hand you some elements since it's, part of it. So that's, I guess, a good thing right there for sure. Sly?
Yeah, I mean, I can see 20 hours being spent on this from concept all the way to execution, depending, obviously, like you said, if the studio sent over some of the assets, color correcting all of these to get them to match all that blue, the yellow, and the orange. That's probably going to be the hardest thing once you drop that gradient in there and like, oh, this doesn't really look good with this color, and then like color correcting that. But man, I love the look of this because it's, one, an awesome poster. 2, it could be easily converted over to like a deck of playing cards because they're obviously in the casino as well. Like taking off that John Wick Experience, or even just leaving it on there. Like you could turn this into a playing card, and like I just love the overall look and feel of this. It's so iconic, and you can take it and multiply it into multiple different designs.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, let's go back to you, Martin. How would you put this together if this was handed to you and like, okay, your concept, this is your concept. How would you start putting this together? Where would you start from?
I would start with the Art Deco style that the artist is going for, because there's a bunch of different styles of Art Deco, and he I think selecting the right one and looking at the assets that you have, and then looking at all the pictures that you want to take. So I would select all the pictures first, and then I would make sure that my main art is right in the center, and then look for an Art Deco piece that matches, or a style that matches what I'm going for. He obviously has the pictures on the corners over here. So, and then the guns over here. Yeah.
Are you moving your cursor on your TV, on your monitor?
Yeah, I'm moving it right here, like
over here and over here.
right
I
here
love
on the
this.
top.
I love this.
But
cool. What about you, Sly? How would you start with this? Even concept wise, like, is this something that you guys think that if you were in charge of the John Wick Experience key art, this is something that you would end up doing? Like at this how it turned out, do you think that this is like, oh, I definitely could have came up with something like this?
I don't know if I could have necessarily come up with this specific style, but definitely watching some of the movies they have, in the, I think it's the hotel or the place that they go where it's like a safe haven. The Continental is very kind of Art Deco, and I think that's where they're pulling the
I haven't seen that movie,
from.
Yeah,
you haven't seen John Wick?
You haven't seen the movies?
I saw John Wick, the original one, a long time ago, bro. I need to rewatch it, but I've not seen the other ones at all. So I just haven't
seen the most recent one, Ballerina.
The Continental is in the first one.
Yeah, that was years ago, bro. I just remember the story of it. His dog gets killed, and he kills a bunch of motherfuckers. And yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I necessarily would have come up with something like this, but I definitely would have had a Art Deco style concept. I'm expecting, they probably came up with, depending on how many designers are there, like 2 or 3 concepts per person, whether it be like hand sketched or just like kind of blocked out, like, hey, this is where we're thinking of this going, and then going in and executing, like, okay, this is where, all of the fine details are going to start going. Because I think that's the Continental right there, right? I mean, that's what the C is.
Yeah. It's supposed to be. I mean, that's also the building of where it's at. Like, that's the exterior of the actual property on site. So it doesn't look like, because the actual Continental is a big ass building. This is obviously just a 1-floor building, so it's not quite the same. But so, how many layers do you think are on this right now?
Ooh, okay.
1.
Well, since we looked this up before, you could do layers and groups. So how many layers and how many groups?
Hey, get out of here, Sly. You're tripping, bro.
Okay, let's go with that. Because it is broken down into groups. It's in groups and it's in layers. So how many layers do you think there are, and how many groups do you think there is? So like, here 1 divided by 2.
I know. Well, I'm counting out these, like, for me, I'm thinking each image is like a group in of itself. So I'm thinking like 8 so far right off the top.
And then you got color correction on each group.
Yeah.
And then the gradient.
I'm gonna say
textures.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm gonna say 175. That's jumping out to 175.
175. Okay. Is this a P? Okay, go ahead. 175 for Sly.
I would say 125.
175 and 125. Okay.
125.
Is this a PSB or is this a PSD?
Oh, for sure, this is a PSB. Well, okay, hold on. This could be a PSD if it could be a TIFF too. But I'm thinking if a lot of these are smart objects, then it doesn't need to be as heavy. So I'll say PSB. I'll say PSB.
PSB? Martin?
B.
PSB.
I would say large document format.
PSB.
So,
okay.
PSB.
So let's see. Drum roll.
This is actually Illustrator.
Yeah. We are looking at 56 layers and it is 19 groups. That's what I'm looking at right now.
Okay. Overshot it.
Well, extremely overshot, but still, obviously, it's definitely a very complicated key art here. So now we're going to go ahead and break it down. So we broke it down into post, type and logos, tube lighting, corner icons, deco frame, sunrise lines, John Wick silhouette, circular graphic, building, corner scenes, and background. So I'm gonna go.
This is a very organized file so far.
Yeah, whoever designed this, good job, bro.
Yes, I actually don't know who designed this. So if
Pete's like, oh, thank you, that's me. No,
yeah, right. Yeah, I wish. I'd be hella showing this off. If
I know.
This is what I did.
This is sick.
Check it out.
This is a really sick artwork.
Look at what I did. Look what I can do.
So
I'm gonna pop my beer because you guys didn't let me do it earlier. Just so you know.
Wait, you didn't showcase it. Did you showcase it? You didn't even showcase
you
it.
guys ran over me, but I'll showcase it right now.
Oh, well, because you're doing a shot. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're doing a
My
shot,
bad.
bro.
Yeah, you guys just went over me, but I'm very thirsty.
He likes that.
Okay.
He likes us, bro. He likes getting over.
Los Guerreros. It's beer zombies.
Not Guerreros.
And
Guerreros.
Viva la raza. Yeah. So, cheers.
Nice.
Cheers.
Yeah, what is that? What is that? Just like a Mexican lager?
Yeah, Mexican style lager.
Nice. How's it? What does it taste like? Good.
Light.
It's good. I would definitely say this is. I mean, I don't want to be. I could, eat it at like a barbecue, or I could drink it at a barbecue.
This motherfucker eats beer.
Yeah, I could eat beer. No, I could drink it at a barbecue. It's good. It's really good.
A la carne asada, güey, con barbecue. And la carnita asada,
He's still
bro.
white, bro. He's still white.
I was gonna say a carne asada, and then you guys were gonna be like, "Oh, do you fucking say carne asada because it's Mexican style lager?" Like,
You're married to
fucking
Mexican,
can't get
bro.
right.
Yeah, you're pretty much half brown, bro. So
No, I
Yeah,
could
you have
definitely
brown.
see during a carne asada.
nice, good shit.
It's really good.
Sorry, we skipped over you. My bad. What would you compare
Yeah,
it to,
you're
like a Modelo or a Pacific?
Or Corona.
I don't think it's near
Any
either
of
of
those?
those.
Dope.
No, I think it's by itself. It's kind of, I want to say peppery. I don't know why the peppery is coming to mind, but it's very
Like spicy or
no, not
fragrant,
spicy,
like
just like
pepper.
Like pepper. That's the
Interesting.
thing
That's
that
interesting.
keeps coming to my mind when I'm drinking it, but not like in like, oh man, it's like super peppery. It's like,
Yeah.
carne asada, pepper, peppered meat.
That goes good, bro.
It's something about it.
All right, cool. So we start here with a black background, and then they have a haze left and a haze right. Obviously, they didn't want to have this full texture for whatever reason. I mean, honestly,
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I think they're trying to
just
control.
Yeah.
Well,
there's
the Art Deco style is very mirrored, so that's why they mirrored it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good perspective.
Because Art Deco is very, very symmetrical.
Yeah,
shit.
symmetrical. Symmetrical.
Well thought
that's
out.
the right way to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's definitely a good base right there. And then we go to our corner artwork here. Obviously, these were afterthoughts. I doubt that the artist built them this way. First.
I think he did the middle first.
Well, yeah, no shit. Sure, that's why I'm going through it. That's why I literally just said that I don't think he did this shit this way. I'm just going through how his layers are set. Obviously, when you design something that's complicated, you're not going to cut your fucking figures this way and be like, okay, this is where it's going to go. This is a much later after process that once you have it out, you're like, okay, these are going to go to the far back. I need to move all these back. So we're just, for intent and purposes,
Underneath
we're just gonna go ahead
everything.
and break it down. Yeah. We're just going to go ahead and put it down here, or we're going to go through it now, how they have it, and then just go through it afterwards. So obviously here's the full image on this. Here, let me pull that one.
Chippies.
Interesting. See, so that's the full image right there. Not, and then what they ended up cutting out, just one section. So that's interesting. Adding a little shadow on there. Little shadows like that make a big difference. So keep that in mind when you design stuff like this. Then we have this second cutout, which again is part of the original image on this one. But obviously they just wanted to have that little section out there too. So instead of using one image for placement wise, as we can see how much the shift is right there from up there down below.
Yeah.
So this is definitely what brings in, you have your shadow here. These little details like this, from my experience breaking down like high caliber key art, they make a big difference. You have to know how to manipulate stuff instead of just kind of like, okay, I'm just going to use this image and cut it up. You have to know like, okay, even just moving it over, 2 centimeters makes a big difference, and adding shadows to it. So keep that in mind when you do this kind of high caliber stuff. And then we go over here to the bottom right. Let's break this one down. Oh, sorry. So again, we have the bottom right, which is the hourglass. And then we have that full image right there. So that's pretty cool. Hourglass there. So now we have
definitely in style with the John Wick.
Yep, this is an element from John Wick. And obviously it's mirrored. So that's one thing. Again, having elements directly from the studio or being able to grab elements like that and photographing them yourself definitely is a clutch on that. So that's pretty cool. And then we're going to go bottom left, turn that on. And there's a bunch of shit on this one right here. So let's go ahead and do these. Okay, so even this, like, it's just
Department of the Education.
What? What are you talking about?
That was what the coin
said.
said.
The coin.
Yeah.
But like, see how like even that, like, just to pull the texture on there, that's pretty cool, right? So right, just even that little corner right there to cover that part up, that coin. Again on this. So here we have the entire coin, and then the artist took little pieces to fill that in and do all these other pieces here. So that's pretty freaking rad. Just shows you again, you know, the hours that are spent on this to fine tune that every mogul, is it mogul from Harry Potter? Mogul.
Yeah.
Mogul.
A mogul is
someone
that's like somebody who makes a lot of money, right?
Yeah. Like
a media mogul. That's what I always think of.
Like a rap mogul.
Muggle. How do you say it, Sly? You're the nerd.
Muggle.
Muggle.
Yeah. So then, like, these, you know, little shadows and lights, big difference right there. I mean, like, little light overlay right there to make the coin shine,
just to make it pop, just a little bit.
Yep, just making it pop. That's the whole part where they say make it pop. There you go. Add a little light overlay, and that's that's an overlay.
That's it. That's your pop right there, bro.
All right, and then we're going to go to
the coin
left.
is jumping out at me.
And then let's see here. Again, you know, there it is. You see how it's upside down.
It's just flipped,
Yep, just flip to grab that. Adding some adjustments on there to make it pop. Let me zoom in here. Make it pop. And then again, grabbing little elements. Look at that, extending that, adjusting the paint adjust one more time. Same element. That's your full element. So this element has been used 3 times already just for that little section. Again, making it pop, adding that glow, adding that shadow, and then that paint adjustment right there to fill that in. I mean, that does make a huge difference.
Probably just looking a little... Yeah, it's like a little bit too dark right there. It draws your eye too much.
Yeah, and then bam. Boof. But if you kind of see this little line right here that didn't get blended in. See it? See that little line right there?
I saw it earlier.
But it's one of those things that you like. It might work once you lay everything on there.
I was gonna say maybe when the color overlay comes in, the gradient overlay, you don't notice it at all.
Yeah, for sure.
And I also wonder if the artist went in and added those shadows after that overlay, or he did it before.
Yeah, no idea.
We'll see right now.
As we're building it, we'll know exactly. I think we'll have a better idea of how they put it together, how he or she put it together, and now we have obviously.
Ooh, that's a cool shot.
So from my perspective, I'd probably say that I'd go background and then continental. That's where I would go. After I did my background, I would go
first
to the continental. Yeah, so background and then continental coming up next, having that building.
Yeah.
So here's the full image.
It's a dope image.
There we go. All right. So here's a full image. Actually, hold on. Sorry. Let me cut that out. Yeah. So here is the full image of the Continental. Okay, cool. And then they put a rim light on there. So again, very nice touch on there. You see that? They're getting that glow. Little details. Just
to make it pop a little bit more.
Yep. Make a big difference. Without it, with it. right? And then we go
subtle
mask that up. Yeah, subtle for sure. But it makes a big difference, see? Boom.
Yeah.
So again, definitely, excuse me, little things like these that would make your stuff pop. So then we have the building here. All right, I already have that on there. And then we have the building. Now we go with the circular graphic. So again, yep, this is how I would probably start for me. Bring that in here, and then let's go ahead and break this one down. So we have the roulette. Mm-hmm. So obviously this is a stock image.
Yeah, right? Very stock.
Some kind of very, very stock. You know, so again, and this is where like your compositing and experience, talent, and having fun comes into play. Because doing something like this, I would volunteer for this project. I'd be like, I want that fucking key art. Let me have it. Let me fight whoever the fuck I need to fight for to get a chance to do this key art, because this is fun. This is hey, I'm not taking on any other project or move jobs around and shit rolls downhill. Give it to the junior designer to do production week or production stuff this week. But this is where me as an art director or senior designer, I'm gonna be greedy and I'm like, I'm taking this fucking artwork. Like this is me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because of how fun it is. Like I'm already having fun ripping this apart and like seeing how it's being built. But again,
and figuring out how you can make shit out of other shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's so many layers of this.
Yeah. So we have a standard silhouette roulette here, from Adobe, I'm gonna guess. And then, just cut that part out nice and clean, as we can tell right here. This is at, let's see what we got. Oops. Okay, so we have that. Put that back on. They didn't do anything to that. Then we have a shadow, so we block out the inside. We have the clock. Again, very, very stock. Nothing. It's not a...
Nothing too crazy.
It is a smart object. I'm not going to click on that. Or do we want to click on that? And that's a smart filter. Again.
Yeah, smart filter.
Let's just click that smart object. If it takes me to Illustrator, I'm not going to...
Illustrator. Yeah, Illustrator.
Oh.
Yeah, it's probably, a stock Illustrator file that's just drag and dropped.
Yeah, for sure. So that's an Illustrator file on that one. Then we have the clock shine. Back in. Nice. Very nice touch. Subtle, but very nice touch. Right? We can
matching
see that
the
breakdown right there.
Yeah. The roulette table in the back. Off.
And then we have the vault here. So again, this looks like a stock image. Oh, this is an AI image.
Ooh, AI image.
AI, nice.
AI image. See? And again, I know there's shit with AI and all this other shit and all that bull crap, but hey, as a working artist, I love AI because again, you don't have to. Sorry, Illustrator just opened up on my other window here, and I just lost you guys. 1 second.
Oh, no worries.
This episode.
Jumping into this, it's
Corona.
like you could definitely try and find something that's like this glossy and like polished up the way it is. But how much time are you spending looking for that specific thing instead of just saying, "Hey, can you create me a vault that's gold and silver and looks very shiny?" And then boom, it pops this out, and it's like you're using it for such a small little area. I mean,
yeah, this artist definitely knows how to use all the tools he has, including AI, and he's using them properly.
Is there a proper way to use AI?
Well, no, what I'm saying is not just doing like everything AI. He's using stock, breaking it apart, getting elements where he needs to get. Unlike using other artists that are going to use just AI for everything. It's just like,
yeah. It's something like this for sure. It's I know like now not so much, but prior, like we'll say 7-10 years ago when I was doing freelance, it was if I had to do any kind of stock photography, that's an automatic additional hour that I would tack on to whatever my quote was, because it takes some time. You're sitting there and you're going through fucking 8, 9, 10 pages of stock and you're just trying to find what fits correctly and
the right angle,
kind of keywords and angles, and sometimes it's not right, and it takes a lot of time. And I even had clients saying like, hey, I'm gonna charge you an extra hour or two if you want me to look for stock photography. That's just literally me sitting on my ass scrolling through fucking stock photography. Like I'd rather you do it and me not charge you. If you want me to do it, then I'm gonna charge you 2 hours because it's just me sitting there fucking doing this stuff. So
on top of the subscription you have to have, because you have to have that subscription to be able to access all those images.
Yep. So I mean, great use of AI right here. Obviously, we could tell how he used it, and then he cut that out. So that's fucking kudos on that. Adding some shadows on that one. Adding the coin. Okay, that's cool. And the coin, obviously, I'm getting
that's the John Wick coin.
Studio. That's from the studio, but this confused me for a second. I was like, ew, what the fuck is this? But now it makes sense. Gotcha on there. And then we add our levels. And again,
there you go. Nice.
Just tying everything together.
Nice. Yeah, kind of just ties it all right there. And still your main focus is still your coin right there. So that's pretty cool. And then we go ahead and fade that out because of how the artwork's going to be. So that's pretty rad. And then we go on to John Wick. Yep, this would be my third step for sure if I was this artist, if I was designing this stuff. So then we have our silhouette. Very infamous silhouette right there. Again, that's a smart object. Go ahead and cut that out.
I mean, this might even be my second step. I might try to do this hero image first before I do that.
The vault?
Yeah, the vault on the bottom, the roulette.
Yep.
Because I might want to get this whole thing,
centered properly and
in,
where you want them. Yeah,
centered.
Yeah, no, I agree. I revert back to, or I rephrase what I was saying. Correct. Background Continental John Wick, and then potentially the roulette. But obviously here we have the silhouette. You can tell where this person. Let's see, they cut out to give the arm. Obviously, that would be an art direction decision because the code is floating. So hey, you kind of lose the arm. So there's that, and then obviously fading the feet down here. So that's a big difference. So you could see that arm there. And then we have the rim lighting. Boom. That's interesting. Let's see.
That probably does some sort of effect when you put the overlay on it.
After. Yeah, that's probably like an aftertouch.
Yeah.
No, because it looks weird right there.
Glow. Yeah, and then we have the glow here. And the glow obviously is part of the silhouette all the way around.
Trying to make them stand out.
Top, obviously not. Yeah. Well, from the light from them too. So that's interesting. Cool. So then we have that. Nothing too crazy on that one. Pretty straightforward. And then we have the sunrise lines that are up here. Again, this would be towards the end. I don't think I would do that at this step right here, but we're just going to show it since it's on the layers. And that's that. All right. So overall, I'm guessing that this is a element from
Sunburst.
From Illustrator that was just found and then placed in here. Or created, maybe.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just a smart object. But that makes sense how it's coming out from there. And then going ahead and masking it off so it's just from the Continental itself.
Those two extra ones on the left and right just kind of throw me off.
These ones?
The very little tiny ones on the far left and the far right.
These? Or this?
Yeah, those little tiny ones. Missed. Yeah. Yeah, that one. And then if you look on the other side, there's another one. Oh, that for sure is missed. But I mean, you don't see it on the very end.
We'll see. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'd see that one.
But.
Yeah.
This one I didn't see on the very end, but the other one I definitely saw.
This one you saw? Or this one?
Sorry. That one that looks like it's like just right outside the edge. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one you can see it in the final image.
Okay, I'll see. Okay, so then we have our sunrise, and then we have our deco frame. So at this point right here, I would say that, yeah, I would go background, Continental, Wick, then I would do the frame. and then I would do the wheel because I would know how to shape the wheel correctly.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, it looks like they had the frame first.
Yeah,
and then they're like, okay, let's get the Continental right where it's going to be. John Wick's going to be in the middle, and then here's the roulette at the bottom, and then I'll work all that out. Because they obviously they cut it out, but I wonder if they went in and found that frame first and was like, okay, this is the frame I kind of want to work around, and then they started playing around. Okay, this is where this is going to go, and this is this.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like you said, it kind of looks like a playing card as well, or a deck of cards.
Yep.
So, I mean, that obviously played a role in it. Finding something like this while on the brainstorm part of the concept, it could definitely be like, oh shit, I can use this frame for what I actually want to do and build around it. So that might have been an element that they found first, and they're like, I could definitely work around it. But that's the one that I want to use. It is a nice frame. It's definitely built nice. Yeah, I can see myself doing that. Like, okay, I love this frame, and then just kind of placing everything else in there as we go. So cool shit. All right, so then we go into the corner elements again. This is towards the end here. So we have our guns, and guns bottom. Straightforward
guns.
Texture.
Pew, pew,
Who's got the guns?
So obviously, a Colt here that was cut out. Let's see it was not cut with a pen tool. I'll tell you that much.
Nah, this looks like
the edges.
Quick select. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely doesn't look like the pen tool to me. And if it did, no, because they didn't soften the edges.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cut really good. The outline
looks like a
is
tablet,
really
though.
Smooth.
Objects.
But I mean, it's got that white kind of glow out.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They didn't soften the edges on that. So, but it's also two different weapons, right? Two different Colts. So I
have a question for you guys. How do you guys feel about the placement of the guns on those corners?
Doesn't bother me.
The only thing. Go ahead, Martin.
Well, I haven't seen the movie, but I feel like a question for you guys: have you seen the movie? Is that gun connected to the movie somehow?
Yeah, it's a Colt.
So it is.
Everything's connected to the movie. Everything has to connect to the movie.
I was gonna say
Yeah, it's a key.
What bothers me, and I don't know, like this is something I'd play around with, is the fact that the barrel is touching the edge of the frame.
Right here.
Like I understand that it's centered, but that's what kind of bothers me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of figured when you said that. So, and then we have the other guns down here. Obviously, it's the exact same guns, just flipped, and then doing our overlaid texture on here, this gold texture. Mm-hmm. Very nice gold texture. I like that. Not too bad.
Yeah.
But I see what you mean, Sly, because it's not touching here, right? But
it's not touching there, but it's still.
But it's touching up here.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, but we'll see. I don't remember the full final one, so we'll see how. That's something we definitely critique at the end. And then we have our tube lighting. So bam, so we have our vertical tube lights here, just left and right. So this looks like it's just a tube cutout.
Yeah.
And the use screen. So if we go to normal, oops.
Did you know that's AI too? That might be AI, I think.
Nope.
Nope.
That could be.
Yeah,
that could be.
I mean, it could be AI, but it could just be a stock image, But again, this is where you gotta like filter through, and I do this, through your what's this fucking box called? 15 years, and I still don't know what this box is called. Right here.
Transparency.
Your transparency. That's what your transparency box. That's what it's called.
The only reason I think it's transparency box is because anytime I do stuff on it or InDesign or like Illustrator, that's where you have to go to your transparency, and then this is the drop down.
Blending mode? Isn't it blending mode?
No, blending mode. Blending mode. It's blending mode. Yeah. Blending mode.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yay! I know a thing.
Whoa, Martin knows something.
Whoa!
That's fucked up. Here's definitely a key advice.
No,
Cheers
Martin,
for
you know
Martin.
lots of things. It's usually
Names I'm horrible with. That's what I meant.
Yeah. I mean, it is
So
a bad
you're-
thing. I was just saying.
Here's a pro tip for your blend modes. Whenever you're trying to do, like, whenever you're brainstorming, it's nice to kind of cycle through these. So whenever you're not sure on like an
Shortcuts.
image, just go ahead and try to cycle through it and see how it looks. You'd be surprised. I'm like, okay, that looks like shit. And then you go to light and you're like, oh, fuck, there we go. I don't have to cut this image out.
Look, yeah,
and add anything
it's just
to it.
right there.
Correctly. Fucking done. Screen gives you that glow. See, lighting doesn't. Screen does, right? And then you just kind of cycle through, and you also play with the
Opacity?
feel of it. No, not the opacity. The opacity just
The
makes
fill.
it light it. So, like, for example, this one, right? Color dodge. If you mess around with the feel of it, it's not. I mean, some effects it makes it better. Some of these doesn't. It's not a good. It's not a good example for this one. But play around with the fill. That will also help you instead of the opacity. But yeah, cycle through these and you'd be surprised that maybe, hey, it's the look that you were thinking that you could build off of. Again, like some of these are going to be extremely horrible, and some of these
Like Exclusion looks perfect.
I mean, they have it on screen, so that's the one they ran with, which I would have ran with too. But you said Exclusion. Exclusion is a little dull.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, it's a little dull, but it almost gives you the same effect. So that's, going back to what you're saying, like a lot of these are different, and, this is one color. If it's another color, let's say it's like bright green, maybe Exclusion might be better than Screen. So that's why you really have to play around with these. And again, like Pete's saying, opacity and fill, play around with both of them. Like, all three of these are interchangeable with getting the effect that you're looking for.
Yeah. So then we have lighten and screen. See, you see the difference. Lighten's not so bright.
Screen's better.
Here we go. Gives you.
I would go with screen too.
So, bam, we have those, and then we have types.
Screen is
and
always
logos.
a good choice.
All right, so that's right there. Cool. We know that's how that's gonna look on there. We'll go ahead and
The Continental logo just like fits so perfect on those lines.
Yeah.
we have the Las Vegas type down here. Boom, pretty straightforward on that one. And then we have the John Wick logo overlaid on this one. Obviously, they've done effects to it. This looks like it's just a PNG that was already done. So obviously from the studio, and it's doubled up. This is on normal. This is also on normal. Just double
Give
up
it that
to that
neon
glow effect. But obviously, there's brand standards and brand guides for this. So you can't go. They won't give you a live logo for this. It's just a high PNG. They'll tell you, hey, this is the one that you have to use for this experience or this.
They want absolutely no messing with their logos.
Nope.
Exactly. Yep. You have to do that. And then you have the Continental logo on the corners here. Zoom in. Obviously, this is a vector logo. And then this breaks down into different layers. So we have the background here. That's just a pattern. And then you have the C. And obviously, that's going to be... They have their filters on there. So let's see. Take the effects. It's always white.
No.
Right? Boom.
Yep.
Smart filter. So maybe it might have been black. I don't know. But smart filter all the way there. And then that's, I think, for the second one, right? What is it? Solid base. Oh, yeah. Yep, so that one. So that's pretty straightforward. I'm sure that was done inside of Illustrator. Whether it was an asset already provided.
If anybody's ever looking at their layers like this and they're like, I can't see what's changing, I believe if you hold Command or Option and click on that specific layer, it'll turn everything off but that one layer that you're looking at. So if you hit Command on the eyeball, Command click on the eyeball, it should. All right, try Option.
No.
Try Option. So it turns everything off but that one specific thing. So it's helped me a bunch of times when I'm looking at like layers and I'm like, I can't see what this one specific thing is changing. I'll quickly turn everything off and then turn everything back on to be able to see what that is.
So
Nice. Like if you can't find it?
Yeah, so like, sometimes there's like such minor adjustments. like, what is this even doing? Or is this even something? Maybe, this file has a lot of detail in it. Mm-hmm. It could be, you were saying you're like, what is this specific thing? If it's behind a bunch of stuff and it's kind of like, in the background, just turning everything off and being like, oh, this is what it is. This is what I should be looking for. And then turning everything back on, then your eye might notice it a little bit more.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, for sure. All right, so I'll turn those.
You could even do that with groups too. Doesn't have to be layers. Cool. It's just whatever you have is on.
Pro tip by David Patrick Sly. Cool. So then, obviously, we have a very solid idea here, and then we're getting close to the end on this, and then obviously you're putting everything together. Now it's like it looks cool, but it doesn't look John Wickish. It doesn't look amazing, and then that's where you have your post layer and you bring it all together, right? See the difference. This looks like a junior designer that came up with the concept, and then they said, "Hey, I don't know what else to do to it. Like it's not coming together.
How can I make it look cohesive?"
Yeah. And then that's and you talked about color correcting all these images, and in my head I was like, I don't need to do that because of the effect that it's gonna have on like overlaid. It's not gonna need that color correction. They're not saying that it won't always need that, but yes, there is times for it, and there's times that, hey, when you do your gradients and
turn off levels, let's see the levels first.
So we go to our levels, right? So let's see here. Let me go full screen here. So then we have first, we're going to have our levels. And there's that. Can you tell the difference? Off?
To me, it just looks like high contrast.
Mm-hmm. So we have levels off, levels on. It's a little bit darker. You can tell it's a little bit more punchy.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah, like the background here, you could tell it's just more moody, more that. And then you have your gradient map, and bam! All of a sudden, it just took on a whole different level on that.
Yeah.
Can you open that gradient map? I want to see what the.
I don't even know how to open the gradient. No, just.
Yeah, there you go. So dither and reverse and perceptual.
Perceptual instead of linear, classic, smooth.
Click on linear. I want to see what that does.
Boom. So linear changes the tone. Now it's a more pinkish.
Yeah.
All right. And we go classic. Kind of the same of the original. Different. This feels like it's coming from. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I like the kind of navy blue versus the when you click on classic, it's more purple.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a little bit more leaning into that purple.
All right. Smooth looks a little bit more dull. Smooth looks like it was converted to CMYK and just flattened.
Yeah, like the colors aren't as like punchy.
Yeah, and then stripes, and that changes the entire fucking look and feel.
Whoa,
you know
crazy.
What though? Like, I kind of like this, but also you can see how everything is very. There's no gradation of it. Everything is like cut. It's either yellow or blue, which is you can see it in your preview, but I kind of like the yellow and red if it was gradient.
This to me looks like third year of art school. Like you started to learn Photoshop, you started to learn gradients, but your composition isn't, or your gradient tool skill isn't quite there yet, because things are just kind of gross.
They're blown out. They're blown out.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. That red and yellow definitely needs more work, but I'm like, the colors, I'm like, oh, that kind of looks cool. What else can you do with this? How can you polish this up and make it like a final presentation? At that point, I'd be like, okay, the red and yellow is working. How can we get this to a final product? But maybe I would say, because the yellow is like kind of greenish, I'd say maybe dial it back just a little bit more to more yellow. But
this to me doesn't scream John Wick.
Mm-hmm. Where do you guys think?
Definitely not. Yeah,
at all. That's the thing. At the very end, you always have to remember, the brand guides and true to the character, especially when you're doing the key art. This this one screams John Wick to me. But that yellow and this shit, it does have like it's a unique thing. But for the I doubt
it's not John Wick.
Would have approved something.
No, for sure not.
You know?
What does the dither and reverse do?
All right, so we
just curious.
Click that off, and I see it. No, just kidding. I don't know. All right, so reverse does that. That's interesting. Very pink.
Yeah.
You know,
you almost don't get any of the other colors in it. You just get that pink, and then it just goes straight to black.
So you know, this reminds me, for me, at Area 15 currently they have the Barbie exhibit, so they're doing a lot like pink themed stuff. So I mean, even something like this, where it's like, hey, it's still John Wick, but it has like a Barbie tone to it. Could definitely work. But I've actually never used a gradient map like this, so I'm learning.
Me either.
A bit on this.
That's dope.
The dither. I have no idea what the fuck it's doing.
Dither.
I don't think it's doing anything. I don't see anything.
I mean, obviously it's doing something.
It's kind of punching up the colors just ever so slightly.
Very slightly. I honestly think that this artist knew what going into it, what he was going to do. I really honestly think he was inspired by the movie posters, because I'm looking at them right now, and young.
Well, you have to be, bro.
For sure.
Number 3.
You have to keep it on brand.
Yeah, it's on brand.
Number 3 is really, it has that gradient tone.
For something like this, you have to match the key art that's out there. I mean, this movie is known around the world, so you have to. It's not just like, oh, I'm going to try this. No, you have to stay true to the movie in general.
What a fun project, right? Imagine we're like doing this project and like, bro, fuck yeah, I got to mimic like, you know, a poster or be inspired by the movies, and you know, I'd watch all the movies. And what do you guys do? If you're working on this.
If you go to Area 15, they have this probably displayed as like a movie poster, which is awesome in and of itself, because they have a bunch of different things that they have, you know, all of the different exhibits that they have, and they have like these movie posters, which is so sick. If I created this, I would want to take that fucking poster home and be like, you got to get one more for me.
Sty would make like a small mistake and like, oh shit, sorry printer.
Okay,
we're gonna have to reprint this again, but let me keep that other one.
Speaking of mistake, do you see that one up there that just that throws me off?
No, so that one that was not faded is gone, right? Like I don't see it here. This one comes there, and then that line that was on this image, I mean, not really. You wouldn't be able to fucking notice that. Let's be real. You would fucking look at this and you're like, oh, that's cool. You know, I'd fucking zoom in and shit, but you never be like, oh, it's right. Nope, fucking come on,
come there. On, yeah,
right there.
Oh yeah. How does his go onto John Wick? That's why they had all that color on
outer glow
his edge, because it gave him a bunch of the different colors on his shoulders.
Dope.
That's cool.
Yeah. No, definitely super rad. I mean, this is really cool to break down, see how everything's used, and again, you know, just because you have one image doesn't mean you're going to use it to fill this stuff up here. You know, we saw how he or she used this image 4 times to create, you know, these panels even for the martini as well. And using your imagination, you know, I mean, rendering out the whole vault just to use this small section of it. That's also
one tiny,
you know, one little tiny thing on there. So overall, I mean, this is fucking bravo. So
executed
watching it
perfectly,
amazing,
good job,
just awesome.
Yeah, I really appreciate looking at this artwork and being able to look through the layers. Is awesome.
Yeah, let me switch my screen here. Over here. That's freaking cool, man. That was sick. Motivating.
Yeah.
Like I definitely want to
let's say composite.
Well, no, this is that too. I mean, I love doing Photoshop stuff, but this definitely like makes it want to be, and this is what we were trying to do with like evergreen episodes for this, like, you know, naming your layers to when we speak to other artists, and have them, break down key artwork like this, or just very very complex designs, and how it was built. Because for me, most of the stuff that I see, like when it's movie theaters or stuff that we see on Netflix, that's key art in itself as well too. When they come up with new movies for sports and anything like that, like breaking that down. How many layers did you name all those layers? How did you composite this? All this other shit. So
I also feel like Netflix takes it another step, because Netflix does one cover and then does a bunch of multiple covers for the same movie to try to attract new viewers to that same movie or show. And I think that's super dope.
I think there's typically it's 2 or 3 different key arts for stuff like that. Yeah,
they try to rotate them depending on it's just like what we could do on YouTube, where we can upload multiple and they kind of A/B/C test them. Whatever one does the best, that's what they start promoting the most of. But I really like when the movie theaters come out, or not the movie theaters, like the production companies come out with the posters, because that really dictates how the movie's going to feel. That person has to be really connected with it and be able to take that concept and put it on something that's very static and be able to convey that to a bunch of people, which is so sick.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure.
Skill in of itself.
Definitely. Sweet. So, that concludes our returning episode, our launch of this episode for this season. We have so much in prepped. I can't even speak. We have so much in the works for this season. We have Richard Dursty from Dursty Design coming on the podcast very soon. We're trying to get the senior designer for the Raiders to come on board. And we're talking to a bunch of other friends throughout the U.S. that, have gone and done their thing and are leaders of the industry right now, and, share their experiences and just, be part of the Room250 brand. And we're super excited to continue this journey and just keep growing and take us out, Sly. Or whatever else you guys want to touch. Whatever you guys want to touch on.
Well, before, I also did not get to do my little review of this. So this is great. I just noticed it says "come" on the.
What? You drank what? Sly? What'd you drink? What are you drinking over there?
No, it's I think it's got Latin around the edges of it. But it's really good. I could see myself making a cocktail with it. Something. It's kind of syrupy, but not super syrupy. The spice is good. I'll definitely be taking more shots of this. For sure.
Something cool you could do with that drink, Sly, is you make a michelada and then you drop one of that in there.
Ooh, that would be pretty good. Mm-hmm. Michelada out of this with a little bit of that. Mm-hmm. Hey, there we go for the carne asada.
Hey.
But don't forget, you've made it all the way to the end of this video. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell notification, drop a comment down below. If you made it here, drop a comment. I don't know. What do you guys want them to say? Name your layers.
I say.
You guys name your layers?
Name your layers. Name your layers. I don't think anybody watches towards the end, but whatever. If you do,
but if you make it this far and you do that, I don't know. We'll think of something. But we'll pin your comment to the top of this video. Follow us on TikTok. Follow one of one. You'll be one of one. We'll mint it. Follow us on TikTok, like our stuff, share it, please. It really helps us on the algorithms. Follow us on Instagram. We're interacting more with you guys. If you have artwork or anything that you want to send out, we could definitely promote that on our channels. We love doing that, giving shout outs and just doing reviews. So, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you.
We sure do.
Lots
of hand movements. Catch you guys later.